वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की जय। हर हर महादेव की जय। सद्गुरु महाराज की जय। नमोस्ते व्यास विशाल लाल बिंदेत पत्रय नेत्रं त्रेयाय ज्ञानमया प्रदीपं नारायणं नमोस्तुते। प्रेम सो श्री विष्णु भगवान की जय। धन्यवाद। Everyone can be seated. Yes, turn up. Hari Om, Sitaram, Namaste, and good evening to each and every one of you, wonderful devotees of God. This evening we have a very, very simple and distinguished guest, an honor of Swami Pragashananda Ji here this evening, sharing and giving us his wisdom of the Srimad Bhagavatam. He is very simple, and as you can see, he does not require much, just your attention and love. Swamiji, it is a very heartfelt, warm welcome to you to the Gandhi Memorial Mandir in Enmore, Hope West. We appreciate that you have given your time, your busy time, and also your gyan this evening to all of us. And as you can see, there are many children, and in this mandir, it have many, many children has come. So we're very, very much happy to have you here, and our dear brother Dev Ji, along with his entourage, all from the Chennai mission. They have accompanied and give us your warm presence and appreciation. Swamiji, over to you.
Radhe 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 Govinda. सब गाइए.
राधे 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 गोविंद.
राधे 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 गोविंद.
राधे 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 गोविंद.
राधे 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 गोविंद. सब गाइए. राधे 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 गोविंद. 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 राधे 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 Ganeshaya Namaha. Om Shri Saraswatyai Namaha. Om Shri Gurudevaya Namaha. Om Parthaya Pratibodhitam Bhagavata Narayanena Swayam Vyasena Gathitam Purana Munina Madhye Mahabharatam Advaitamritavarshim Bhagavatim Ashtadashadhyayinim Amba Tvam Anusangatami Bhagavad Gita Bhavatveshinim Namostute Vyasa Vishala Buddhe Pullarvindaya Pavatra Netra Yena Tvaya Bharata Taila Purnaha Prajvalito Jnanamaya Pradipaha Prapanna Parijataya Totra Vetraikapanaye Jnanamudraya Krishnaya Gita Duhe Namaha Sarvopanishado Gavo Dogha Gopalanandanaha Partho Vatsa Sudhir Bhokta Dugdham Gitamritam Mahat Vasudev Vasutam Devam Kamsa Chanuramardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum Hari Om. Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama Shri Krishna Okay, so for those of you who are attending for the first time, yesterday we were there in this area, so many of you would have been there. We are seeing Srimad Bhagavad Gita. Please say this name of this text after me. Bhagavad Gita. Please say. Bhagavad Gita. Right. And that is contrasted with another text or compared with another text which is called as Bhagavad Purana. So you have to get the names clear. Otherwise, when somebody calls you by your wrong name, you will not like also, isn't it? I was telling a story in Trinidad where a fellow named Ram Singh, people used to call him Ram Singh. Now, who likes that? If your name is Ram Singh, you want somebody to call you Ram Singh? In the same way, the name of the text, because this is uttered by Bhagavan Shri Krishna, so it is called as Bhagavad Gita. Say? Right. And the other one which is given by Ved Vyasji and Shukadev and all of that is called as Bhagavat Puran. Say? Bhagavat Puran. Right. We have to differentiate. Huh? And the reason why one is Bhagavat and one is Bhagavat is when Bhagwan is speaking himself, it is called Bhagavat. And when the devotee of Bhagwan is speaking, it is called as Bhagavat. That is, so now, this Bhagwan is speaking here, so you cannot say Bhagavad Gita. Then you will be saying like Bhagwan is not speaking, his devotee is speaking. So, Bhagavad Gita. Huh? Alright, I hope you remember. Now, yesterday when we left it, so some of you may not know, we are doing 108 temples across Guyana from Essequibo to Berbice. So now today is what, number 14 maybe? 14. And yesterday when we left, just close by here, Shiv Mandir, we left at in the second chapter, verse number 57, I think. Is that correct? Second chapter, verse number 57. We're doing the whole Bhagavad Gita in these 108 days. So now I'll chant from there. Ya sarvatra nabhe sneha tat prapya shubha shubham. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Nabhinandati na dreshti tasya prajna pratishthita. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Krishna Kanaya Lal Ki Jai. Okay. So in this world, human beings are known for imitating other beings and other things in the universe. So please pay attention to this. You want to imitate. Oh, before we say imitate, let me just clarify that word also. So there are two words in English. One word is called as imitate, and the other word is called as emulate. Imitate and emulate. So imitate word is not good. We should not be imitating anybody. We should emulate. So what is the difference between the word? Say now, suppose your friend laughs, ha ha ha. Right? Imitate means you also do exactly as your friend now. You also say ha ha ha. Now that thing is not good. So what you have to do, you say like this. My friend is a happy, jolly person, He all the time laughing, ha ha ha. Right? So to emulate means I also will be all the time happy and jolly. But I will laugh in my own way. I will not laugh ha 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 like he. I will laugh he like how I laugh. So that is called as emulate, because I am not imitating his laugh, I am emulating his happy disposition, because it is good to be happy all the time, na? You want to be miserable all the time? It is good to be happy. So we say we emulate, not imitate. So now, in this portion of Bhagavad Gita where we have reached, Bhagavan Shri Krishna is telling the traits and characteristics and qualities of great people so that we'll be able to emulate them, not imitate. We'll be able to do what? Emulate. Right. So the other thing is that we want to emulate great people. Here in this, in one of your neighboring countries in this continent, there was a fellow called Pablo Escobar. Have you heard that name? That fellow was a diabolical criminal. And just you move north a little bit, there was another one called El Chapo. I think he died and reincarnated as him only. So, you don't want to emulate this wicked fellow. That's why nobody put their son named Ravan. You ever see anybody named Ravan? Because he was such a wicked fellow. His wife was a nice lady though. Mandodari was she's a gem. But anyway, like that, nobody named their son Ravan Hiranyakashipu. What's your name, boy? Hiranyakashipu. We never see. We want to emulate nice people, right? So here Bhagavan is telling about all these nice people now. And we should take a lesson from a page in their life and emulate their life. So now, what we just chanted, number 57. This Sthita Prajna, his big name is given here, but don't worry about all the big names. You just remember these are good people, right? Like that, good people. You want to emulate good people. He says, yes, sarvatra anabhisneha tattar prapya shubha shubha. This fellow, he is not anabhisneha tattar prapya shubha shubha. He is not, in this world, when you're walking around every day, some people will praise you. They'll say, oh, boy, you're well looking nice today. You're well dressed up nice. They'll praise you. And then some other people say, but hey, this man ugly too bad. So in this world, you will get both, isn't it? You can never have one only. You could never just have one. You will always get both. Because the world is called Dvandva Sansar. Dvandva means that duality is there. So some days you'll be happy, some days you'll be miserable, some days you'll be healthy, some days you'll be sick, some days you will get praise, some days you will get curse. That happens all the time. And nobody is such in this world that everybody will like you. Somebody will complain about you and somebody will like you. Correct? So he said, now, what is the quality to emulate here? Tattat prapya shubha shubham means to say, really enlightened people, evolved people, they remain undisturbed by whether they get something shubha or ashubha. Means something which is auspicious or inauspicious. Means to say somebody auspicious give you something or good or bad, or nice or not nice, desirable, undesirable. You will get those, but I have to maintain my anabhisneha tat prabhya shubha shubham all the time. Okay, this fellow praised me, acha theek hai. This fellow cursed me, theek hai. Both are fine. And na abhinandati na dveshti tasya prajna pratishtita. He is not attached to anything in this world, and he is not disturbed when somebody curses him, and not also reveling when somebody praises him. He maintains his balance. Right. So, it's about maintaining your balance in and amidst the duality in which we find ourselves living. This is the teaching which is going on. Okay? And Arjuna had asked, how this man speaks, how this enlightened person speaks, this evolved person, how he speaks. Well, this is the answer actually. Kim prabhasheta was the question. How he speaks. He speaks by not complaining. Because otherwise, I tell you now, in some countries when you go, for instance, I was joking yesterday or the day before yesterday, in people in Canada and America and all, you will hear them. If it's hot, they complain about it hot. Oh God, this AC not working. And if it's cold, oh Lord, I want to go Florida, yeah? So they call them snowbirds. They will leave Canada and they will drive for 20 hours and reach Florida. But they're always complaining about hot and cold. But Bhagavan is saying, I have to maintain my balance. The temple, you come to the temple, man, they put no AC in this temple. You're complaining. When you go in some other place, they put AC, man, this AC too cold. So all the time, complain. Actually, we should take a resolve in our life. Don't complain about. And you know one more reason why we shouldn't complain? Because everything which we receive in this world is our own karma, isn't it? Whose karma it could be? It has to be my karma, it can't be your karma. So we should not complain. That doesn't mean to say that you don't try to make things right when they have gone wrong. But you have to determine what is right and wrong. Yeah? That's a different thing altogether. So, Bhagavan is describing that type of person in Bhagavad Gita at this place so that we can emulate their life. Now, next one. This number 58. Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama. Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama.
Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama. Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama.
Yada samharate chayam kurmoganyva sarvashaha.
Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama. Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama.
Indriyani triyarthebhyah tasya prajna pratishthita.
Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama. Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama.
Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama. Shri Krishna Sharanam.
Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama. Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama.
Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama. Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama. Haribol.
Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama. Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama. Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama. Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama.
Krishna Kanaya Lal ki jai. See, look here. Adharam madhuram vadanam madhuram nayanam madhuram hasitam madhuram.
Govinda Hare Gopal Hare Nandalal Hare Shri Krishna Hare.
Hasitam madhuram chalitam madhuram madhuradhipate rakhilam madhuram.
Govinda Hare Gopal Hare Nandalal Hare Shri Krishna Hare.
Govinda Hare Gopal Hare Nandalal Hare Shri Krishna Hare.
Govinda Hare Gopal Hare Nandalal Hare Shri Krishna Hare.
Now there are so many stutis and stotrams and so many compositions and all written, right? But if I sing, you will only have to listen because you don't know it, correct? You can't sing it also. Means to say, you don't have the book in front of you and you will not be able to sing. Therefore, we have chosen in this 108 nights, we will be chanting simple thing. Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama. No, what that is all. You don't have to learn any big Sanskrit words and all, isn't it? Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama. So when we sing simple things, you will be able to repeat those things, and so you will get so much blessing by repeating the name of God. But if I sing some big Stuti Sutram, you will not be able to repeat anything. So then you will get no blessing. I'll come to Enmo and take all the blessing and go back. Alright. So when you get the opportunity in between, don't miss, you sing. Now, hear what is being told. Now you see, like you just see simple teachings in Bhagavad Gita, how wonderful. If you have 10 children in the classroom and the teacher is teaching something on the blackboard, and 5 children paying attention to the teacher and 5 children only throwing paper jet. Right? So 5 children paying attention and 5 children throwing paper jet and tossing missiles across the room. Who will pass exam? But there's a very, very simple thing, isn't it? The 5 who is paying attention, they will pass the exam. I saw that when I went to school also. When I went to school, there was one fellow in my class. His name was Cleo. I still remember his name. But Cleo, I don't think in all the years Cleo ever paid attention for even 1 minute on that blackboard. Not even 1 minute. Well, naturally Cleo failed everything. Right? Years later, after I went to India and come back and went, I saw Cleo in Shoguna's market selling garlic. So that is he work. And I said, boy, how things going? He said, not good. Not good. So that is because when you were in school and you were supposed to be paying attention to the teacher in the class, you were doing something else. One day the teacher passed and Cleo make a tail and hang it behind the teacher. That is a student supposed to be doing these things? No. A student means student supposed to pay attention. So this verse is about really, Bhagavan uses the example of a turtle. Have you seen a turtle pull all the limbs? Pull the head, pull the tail, and pull the 4 legs inside. Have you seen that? In this place in Guyana and Trinidad, you will see that plenty. So it means to say, if the teacher is teaching here on the blackboard, suppose there's a blackboard here, and you as a student, you're supposed to pull all your senses. The eyes want to look there. The ears want to listen by the neighbor. These 5 senses, they want to go everywhere. But I have to do like the turtle now, and pull them. And now pay attention on the board. Then I will become a successful student. So paying attention, like for example, now, you see, that's why we don't encourage people walking. Because as soon as somebody starts walking, now Bhagavad Gita gone from your mind and everybody. Then how you learn Bhagavad Gita? Because your sense organ gone. This is what Bhagavad Gita is teaching. And people who follow it, they become exemplary students. Exemplary at whatever they do. So, he says, I have to develop this ability to really pull all my senses and keep it on what is going on, what is the important thing, like that. And the person who cannot do that, he will not become enlightened, he will not become exalted, he will not become evolved, he will not become successful. Pulling those senses and keeping them like the turtle. Now, a nice example is given, it's a very famous verse, because so many people use this example. Kurmongani vasarvashaha. Kurmongani means, kurma means turtle, angani means limbs. Like that. What is it? Samharate chayam kurmongani vasarvashaha indriyani indriyatebhya tasya prajna pratishtha. That is the exemplary person. That is the person that Arjuna asked to describe. He is the one who is able to pull all of his senses and keep it focused. And now today the modern word which is being used is focus. Long ago they used to use the word concentrate. Now they changed that word. What's the word they're using now for young people? Focus. Focus. Everywhere you go, focus. And people say, Swamiji, how to focus? People ask that question. How to focus? Arey, just pull your sense and keep it here. That is all. Pull the senses and keep it there. Now, another good thing to do is when you go, and we have to start doing this, we lost many of these things in Trinidad, things real bad. I tell you a few things. One thing is, now this satsang is from 7 to 8:30. So how much time is that? 1.5 hours, correct? Satsang is 1.5 hours. Now you know what new style we have picked up? All these things, they are designed to make sure that we don't focus. All modern practices and habits, they are designed to make sure that we don't focus. So you have to be mindful, careful. So I don't know if it has come here in Guyana, but in Trinidad it's already started. Now when you see satsang going on like this, somebody will come there with a basket with water bottles. And they're passing out water bottles like this. Now, in fact, in the traditional satsang, that is a pap also. Right? Because for this 1.5 hours, if you cannot do tapas for 1.5 hours without eating or drinking anything, then something wrong. When you go out, for half a day you don't eat. You're going somewhere to some party or some fete or something. Half a day, sometimes all day you get food in the evening only. And for satsang, 1.5 you cannot do without eating and drinking. That means to say you have no importance for satsang. In your mind, you have not put satsang on a higher rung and a higher importance in your life. That is pap. So this type of practices, now see. So when Bhagavad Gita is going on here and somebody walks in there with a basket of water, all the senses gone there or not? And you're thinking, when you come out, take 2. When you reach by me, I'll take 2. So he forget Bhagavad Gita. Now he's thinking how to get on, because I will drink one here, take one home. So where he learned Bhagavad Gita? He gone against Bhagavad Gita, because Bhagavad Gita is telling you must learn to share and you must not have desires for this thing and covet and all that, and then you take 2. So now we are saying in this 1.5 hours, you please take the sankalpa in all the villages and temples and you teach this. That is called a sankalpa. That's why when you see puja, all the pandita and all in the beginning, they'll take a tulsi and put water and do sankalpa. That I will complete this puja. And you can't, pandit can't go and go and take a smoke. I've seen it. So, if you take a sankalpa means I take a resolve to complete this, whatever ritual, whatever thing. Same thing for this 1.5 hours. We take a sankalpa. I'll sit there and I will study. No, all this is teaching in Bhagavad Gita. So now, from this version, my senses will not go here, go there, go. I will stay. Say this word after me. It's a big word in Sanskrit. Sankalpa. Sankalpa means a resolve. Vyavasayatmika buddhi. Bhagavan using another word in Bhagavad Gita, but a common traditional word is sankalpa. A resolve. Okay. And teach this to children, teach to the next generation and all that. And for that I require to pull my all senses and keep it here. So, like the turtle. Such is the life of the exemplary person. Now see next one. This is 59. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Vishaya vinivartante, niraha Kanya Lal Ki Jai. So here is being described the person who has followed all of this Bhagavad Gita, and he has reached the state of enlightenment, or he has reached to the state of self-realization. He is being described, and what is said about him? He says, that person does not have any further attraction for any of the things of this world. Vishaya vinivartante niraharasya dehinaha. For the man who can control his senses, that person, from him, all attractions for things of this world, they go away. And then in the next line he says, Rasavarjam rasopyasya param drishtva nivartate. When he sees the reality, when he sees his own self, when he sees his own Satchitananda reality, nature, that time no hankering for them also stays, no longing. Now I'll tell you how is this applicable for all of us, you tell me if you can ever fulfill human beings' desires. You tell. Desires of human beings, in the scriptures it is said, it is like this. When you fulfill one desire, 2 more comes. And when you fulfill those 2, 4 more comes. And like that. And do you know what is the symbolism in Ramayana? The symbolism in Ramayana is like this. You all know the story. Bhagwan Ram and Sita Maya, they are here. Right? So Sita Maya has Bhagwan. She has Bhagwan in her life. But a golden deer passes over there. Have you seen this story? Right? A golden deer passes over there. And Sita Maya develops a desire for the deer. Correct? So she said, "Oh my dear, please go there and get me that deer. That deer is dear to me. My deer is not dear to me. That deer is dear to me." And Bhagwan Ram said, "Yes, dear." And he went there to catch the deer. Well, I want to ask you, what is the conclusion of that story in Ramayana? Bhagwan catch any deer? No. Not only did Bhagwan not catch any deer, that also cost Sita Maya dearly. Correct? But why I am telling you the story is, and it's a tie to what is going on here, and later on when we are seeing the 2 things, we can connect that directly. But the idea is, it's such a powerful and moving part of Ramayana that even the Lord, please pay attention to this, and this is relating to desires. Even the Lord could not fulfill a desire for his wife. He fulfilled? Did he fulfill? No. Not even remotely. It went the opposite side. And this symbolism teaches about desires in scripture. In other words, if at some point in our evolution a human being does not learn to control his desires, that human being will never evolve, because desires can never be fulfilled. Means one can never come to the end of one's desires. Once you fulfill one, 2 more come. Once you fulfill those 2, 10 more come. And that goes on and on. There is no end to that. In the scripture it's called Indhanamiva. Indhanamiva means when we fulfill a desire, it is like adding fuel to the fire. So it's like this now. What we have to do, and I'll tell you this in the introduction, because in the next verses this topic is going to come up again. You have to do something with your desires like this. I told this before, but you all were not there, so I have to tell it again. Let us say this is all our desires, right? All our desires like this. So now we divide them into two. All desire this, desire that, desire. So we divide all our desires into two. What is it two? All what we call legal desires and all illegal desires. People have many illegal desires, you know. So you divide all your desires into two, legal and illegal. So first what we do? We throw out all illegal desires. I should not have any illegal desire. So now I have all legal desires. So I bring this half here now. All legal desires. Acha, theek hai. This legal desires, again I divide into two. That is called as moral desires and immoral desires. Because something can be totally legal, but totally immoral. Like for example, drinking and smoking, and is it legal or not? Well, legal, you could go down by the shop there and buy as much rum as you want. It's totally legal. But in Shastra, I think called as immoral. Like nowadays, in many countries, I don't know in Guyana if it has come to that, it may have also, but you could smoke ganja. Ganja, you know? Ganja means marijuana. So now it's legal. In Trinidad, it's very legal. Not only that, you could grow a couple trees also. You're allowed to grow 2-3 trees in your house. So it's legal. But when you smoke ganja, you start walking on your head. So in scriptures, even though it is legal, it is immoral. And there are countless things like that. Countless, huh? Not one or two. So now you have to see all your desires. No. And you split them into two. Moral and immoral. Even though they may be legal. And all immoral desires, we throw it out. So now here, all immoral desires we keep. It is not immoral. But in scripture there is another thing. In Ramcharitmanas and here in this Bhagavad Gita also, it's called Bahukarma. Bahukarma means, even though that thing is moral, it is superfluous. Or in ordinary language, useless. Useless thing. It is not immoral, but totally useless. Hita and anahita we have to now divide like this. Useful is called hita. Useless is called anahita. Means totally useless thing. Like for example, it is a real thing. I saw a man, we were going satsang, right? He threw a hook like this. And he sit down there now and he waiting to catch a fish. Right? And this is in America. So in America, if you don't catch a fish, you go die? No, but we gone satsang. 2.5 hours I spent there. Came back, and this fella still holding the hook there. And I saw a sign by the lake. You know what was written? Catch and release. When you catch the fish, you have to. So I had 2.5 hours nice in satsang, and he had 2.5 hours doing what? Most useless karma. That thing called totally useless, isn't it? He even get a bite, but yeah, he get a bite, mosquito bite him. This thing is called hita anahita, means you want that totally no benefit. Who you brought benefit to? The fish. No benefit to the fish also. So you have to see, even though it is now moral also, it is not immoral, like that. It's not immoral, but totally useless action. Like that. And now we have useful action. One more last division. One last division. All what we call hita. Hita. One last division. You have to ask. It's beneficial, right? Hita means beneficial. Beneficial for who? If it is beneficial for me alone, that also is not good. It should be beneficial for me, and it should be beneficial for others. So, loka sangrahameva pi sampashyan kartumarasi atmano mokshartham jagat hitaya cha. So many words are there in our scriptures like that. So it should be beneficial for me and for others as well, not just for me. Right. So, all the desires that we have to divide like this. So it is not, Shastra is not telling we should not have any desires. You can have desires, but make sure we have this type of proper desires. So now it says, the person who really realizes himself, all desires for all these worldly things and all, they go away. He is happy by himself, with himself, through himself. He is not happy because he got this, he got that, he got the other thing. Because when you get, you will also lose, correct? There will be gain and loss, labha or labh, like that. Both will be there. Now, we have to be very careful about these senses. The next verse says, even a person who is on the spiritual path, some worldly things can just take away our mind. Our mind just goes, like that. This is the next verse, number 60. Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama,
Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Shri
लाल की जय यततो ह्यपि कौन्तेय पुरुषस्य विपश्चितः इंद्रियाणि प्रमाथीनि. The senses pramathini means these senses are, wild and swirling. Our senses are like that. Any little thing gone. Bhagavad Gita going on here, you reach Australia already. How fast? So like that, he said, even vipaschitaha. Now this is a very big warning for all of us. Vipaschitaha means a person who is advanced on the spiritual path. Person who is advanced on the spiritual path also, for him also, his mind and senses just. So what to talk about ordinary people like us? So how careful we have to be, isn't it? So that our mind and senses don't get distracted and run here and there while learning. We have to constantly watch the mind and learn to be focused. Otherwise, people this is a real story, I'll tell you. I had gone to the prison, and only for a visit. In Trinidad, I had gone to the prison to talk to the prisoners. And there, I saw one fellow. He was sewing. You know sewing? So I said, boy, you're sewing? He said, no, I'm reaping. It means he did something bad and he was reaping the result, isn't it? That's why he's in prison. But anyway, I asked the superintendent there. I said, why this man in here? You know that fellow? He was a pastor in a church. The superintendent told me he was a pastor in the church, and one day he just get angry with the wife and hit the wife one good lash and the wife died. So even though this fellow teaching, he preaching every day. This is called Vipaschita. He preaching every day from scripture. But he also sent mind and senses gone away with him. Then what? The rest of life in jail. This is a real story. It means to say people in an exalted position also, people who have studied scriptures and who have done so, even that person is also liable for his mind too. I mean, that person is also open to this type of onslaught of the mind and senses. So what to talk about, this, why it is given like this, what to talk about an ordinary person like us. This is the idea. So how careful we all have to be to make sure that we train our mind and senses to stay focused, stay put, stay concentrated, stay in one place, stay on the subject matter. That is not an easy thing. And it's, see, the body is easier. So that's why I told you that we have to take the sankalpa. I will sit there for an hour and a half. Where the body is easier than the mind. So if you can't do the easy one, if you can't pass standard 1, how you will pass standard 5? So we have to do the easy one first. Stay put. Like that. So he says, for such a person who is able to, next, Tani Sarvani Samyamya Yukta Asi Tamat Paraha. Now, controlling all of them and holding Bhagavan to be supreme. Staying put. The person who is really able to control his mind and senses, he is able, he is the one who Arjuna asked to describe. The one who is able to control his mind and senses and stay put. Otherwise, our senses is not like child, it's like wild only. Going everywhere. Now comes, yesterday I was telling here in Shiv Mandir that there are two famous verses in this. It tells how exactly our mind and senses, why it runs away like that. Why do they run away? Mind and senses. In two very famous verses. So some verses like that, I was telling, we have to memorize. So this is one of them. This is two of them. See. Dhyayato vishayan pumsaha sangaste shupajayate.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Sanga sanjayate kama, kamat krodho vidayate.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Krodhat bhavati sammohah, sammohat smriti vibhramah.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Smriti bhramshat buddhinashat pranashyati.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Krishna Kanaya Lal ki jai. You know, when you have big weddings and all here in Guyana and Trinidad, they have big weddings, right? So what they have, well, in Trinidad, we don't know what is 7 curry, but they have 7 curry. Huh? A big functions and all, and a lot of nice food and all. So husband and wife, they were sitting like this by a table, and they were eating, and nice food was there. But you know, the serving bay was over there. So both of them sat down and they ate. And then by the serving bay, there was a dessert stand also with all nice sweets. Barfi and laddu and gulab jamun and all kind of thing, nice thing there. So the wife get up and gone there, and she get gulab jamun, and she come back here and she sit down and she eat. And then she get up again and gone there and bring her next gulab jamun and she eat. And she went there 5 times. So the husband said, but girl, what's wrong with you? 5 times you gone there already? You're feeling shame? You not feel shame? 5 times you gone and take gulab jamun? What the people will say? She said, no, I'm not feeling shame. What they'll say? Every time I go there and I take one gulab jamun, I tell them I'm bringing it for you. So I have nothing to feel shame about. So anyway, look here. When you sit down here, right? Why I'm telling you this story, so you'll just remember this whole teaching. When you sit down here and you eat food and you know it have gulab jamun there, right? Your mind leaves here and goes there or not? Huh? Now one more thing. Suppose you don't like Karela. You don't like Karela. And you know that over there is no gulab jamun, there is only Karela. Your mind will keep going there? No! Your mind will only go where you know something is there that you like. Correct or not? You'll be sitting here, but you have gulab jamun there, Man, that thing tastes good too. So your mind constantly will go. So now I'm telling all of this because the first thing to remember is our mind only goes on things which we like. Huh? Now we're not talking about other things like, when you're scared and all that kind of thing, That's a different kind of thing. We're talking about the mind just voluntarily, naturally going in an ordinary situation. So it will only go up to somewhere where there is something which we like, not something which we don't like. I don't like that Karela and I don't like that Lauki and all, and that's the only thing they cook. We call Lauki here also? Squash. Yes, squash. That thing has so many names, I tell you, I fed up. Here you call it squash. In Trinidad, we call that thing Lauki. When I went to India and I asked them, where do you call this thing, boy? Them don't call it Lauki, they call it Kaddu, Turi, all kind of name. Anyway, so now, the first idea is the mind goes to something which we like. So Bhagavan is telling now in these verses how all of that happens. You know what I have concluded? My mind has concluded that the laddu gives happiness. All this is going on behind us. Psychologically we don't know it, but this is what is happening. The laddu will give, not laddu, what? Gulab jamun. Sorry, I changed the street. Gulab jamun will give happiness. Right? I'm convinced about that. So he says, first somebody give me a gulab jamun, right? And I say, oh, this thing tastes good, man. So after the person give the gulab jamun and you eat, you say this thing tastes good. That what you are saying is that gulab jamun gave me happiness, correct? The gulab jamun gave me happiness. And then the next day the fellow brought another one. And a third day he brought another one. And by the fourth day, he doesn't have to bring, you're going to look for it. Right? You get introduced to it by somebody or somewhere, somehow. But after that, you develop a likeness for that thing and you go yourself looking for that thing. And it is all based on this wrong conclusion that the thing gives me happiness. That is a big, yesterday or day before yesterday, we saw a word in one of the previous verses. Verses we call it Moha Kalilam. Moha Kalilam. This is a big word in Sanskrit. It means I have become convinced now by delusion that this thing gives me happiness. But that is a wrong understanding actually. Now, we will not be able to see all of these words in these verses today, but I am laying the foundation. Tomorrow we will see this. Now, here is the foundation. Really speaking, in this world, nothing contains happiness. Happiness is not to be found outside. Happiness is to be found inside. Now see, there's a diya lighting here, right? And there's a flame. That flame contains heat or not? Yes. Anybody who touches the flame, they will get burnt, correct? Any human being, any dog, any fly, moth, anybody who touches it, they will get burnt. Because heat is inherent in the flame. But happiness is not inherent in anything in the world in the same way. And there's a simple logic. There's a simple logic for that. If happiness were inherent in the object, anybody who got that object, he should get the happiness. But you know that when I eat Karela, I get happiness. And the other man eats Karela, he doesn't get any happiness, he gets misery only. Or if happiness were there, like heat is there in the flame, anybody who touches will get burnt. So if happiness were there in the object, anybody who touched the object should get happy. But that doesn't work like that. Same object will make one man happy and make another man miserable. Correct or not? So that proves that happiness, not only that, the same object will make him happy today and the same object will make him miserable tomorrow. Same man. Fire doesn't burn today and tomorrow it's cold. Fire is hot today, tomorrow, and every day. So please remember this logic. The Rishis taught this thing long ago, but we don't pay attention to it. The objects do not possess happiness. It is my right, my privilege, and my prerogative whether I will be happy with this computer or not happy. It is not the computer. It is me. Tulsidas tells this thing in Ramayana. You may have seen. You may have heard. See. Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Rama. Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Rama.
Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Rama. Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Rama.
Syawara Ramachandra ki Tulsidas ji said, nobody or nothing in this world is the source of your happiness or your sorrow. You are the source of your own happiness and your own sorrow. Because if you buy a black computer and give it, I could be miserable. I wanted a red one. And the other man wanted a black one. He real happy. So the happiness come from the computer or it come from me? From me only. So we wrongfully concluded, this is called Moha Kalilam, what the previous word which we saw. We wrongfully concluded that gulab jamun gives happiness. And the man who have diabetes, when he eat that gulab jamun, he get misery. Oh God, my sugar gone up. And he started to get dizzy and all now. Chakkar. So, you eat the gulab jamun and you get happy. And he eat the gulab jamun and he gets chakkar. So really, the truth of the matter is, as the rishis taught, that happiness is our own nature. That is why we say my nature is Sat Chit Anand. That Anand is pure joy only. That is my nature, and it is not to be found outside. One fellow, I'll tell you a nice story. One fellow went to the madhouse. It has madhouse in Guyana. One fellow went to the madhouse. It has madhouse in Trinidad. When in Trinidad, when you visit, right? Please visit. When you visit, don't tell anybody I have come from St. Anne's, because St. Anne's is the town where the madhouse is. So if you tell anybody I now come from St. Anne's, that means to say you. Yeah. So anyway, one fellow went in the madhouse, and he see a man sit down in the first room. He see a man sit down in a rocking chair, and the man going like this. He rocking, right? And he going, oh Lulu, Lulu, oh Lulu, Lulu, like that. So he visitor asked the doctor. He said, Doc, what's wrong with this man? Why are you going Lulu, Lulu? Doctor said, this fellow used to be married to a Lulu. He used to be married to one Lulu. And his whole happiness, his whole life, everything was in Lulu. And what happened? Lulu left him. Lulu left him. So this fella become crazy. Pagal ho gaya bechara. He became pagal. So the visitor said, oh, I understand, doctor. So then he left that room and he went to the next room. And in the next room also, he see a next fella, and he also rocking in a chair, and he going, oh, Lulu, Lulu, oh, Lulu, Lulu, like this. So this fella was surprised now. He asked, what happened to this man now? He said, well, when Lulu left that man, she married this man. And Lulu was given happiness to that man, and to this man she sent him. She sent he pagal. So how the same Lulu will give happiness to one man and misery to our next man? That means happiness and misery not there in Lulu. Happiness and misery is there in the person himself, correct? And what happened next thing is, we blame Lulu. This whole world blames Lulu. We should blame ourselves. I am the one who can make myself happy or miserable. So now, based on this wrong understanding, first wrong understanding now, that happiness is there, I forget it is here, based on that wrong understanding, these two verses. The two verses based on this, what I just explained to you. Alright, so now we'll see this thing tomorrow. You please tune in on Facebook and all that kind of thing. You'll know. See, they're carrying it live, so you can follow up. All right. Now I'll tell some announcements, and then we will have Bhagavad Gita Aarti. Okay. Announcements and Bhagavad Gita Aarti. So, very special thank you to Pandit Navin and Chiku for having arranged here tonight. Fantastic job of arranging and putting together the satsang, and we hope that we can, and see, 1 year ago, exactly 1 year ago, just about a year and few days, there was the inauguration of the Ram Ayodhya Mandir in Bharat as a world class event. And as soon as I had the privilege of being there for the inauguration, and as soon as I heard Ram Ayodhya Mandir, my mind went straight back to Ram Ayodhya Mandir in Ayodhya, Bharat. Such a fortunate thing. So glad to be in this Ram Ayodhya Mandir. Ram Ayodhya Mandir tomorrow, when I heard. This is, and more Hope West, Gandhi. So tomorrow, Ram Ayodhya Mandir. When I heard this evening, my mind went back there. So please come out tomorrow. Now, how far is this? Hope Lowland, far? Far from here? Half an hour. Please try to come, Ramayurtha Mandir. Good to be in this Gandhi Memorial Association Mandir here, and we hope that we'll see all of you tomorrow. Please see, these bookmarks have been made. Oh yes, tomorrow is, the satsang is 6:30 and not 7 like today. You have to come a little bit earlier because temples have their different satsang times, no? 6:30 to 8 instead of 7 to 8:30. All right. Now some other announcements. On Saturday coming, which is February 1st, we are having a dosa day at the ashram. Dosa is a very famous and popular South Indian food, and it is made with rice and dal, and it comes out like a roti, and inside you have some stuffing and all. So you have to come and try it. We have a fundraiser at the ashram in Manripo. Please come and try out the dosa. Tell others also. If you have had it already, well, then you know what it is. If you haven't had it, you can come and try it out. All right. All right. From on Saturday, 8th of February, which is the next Saturday after that, from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m., 9 to 12 in the morning time, we are having at the ashram Vanaprastha workshop. Now, I want to tell you, these are all important topics because a person in the Hindu scriptures, we are taught you're supposed to be moved from a brahmacharya stage, being a student, to a householder stage, and from householder stage you're supposed to move to the next stage in life, which is called as Vanaprastha, and then finally from Vanaprastha to Sannyas stage, right? 4 stages in life. You know, in Trinidad, I heard the head of the Catholic Church also saying, nobody has the stages of life laid out better than the Hindus. Nobody has the stages of life laid out better than the Hindus. And this fellow is the Archbishop of the Catholic Church saying that. Because in the Bible, there are nothing like that. No stages in life. But in the Hindu scriptures, the stages of life. So the 3rd stage of life is very, very important, and usually people don't follow. People go brahmacharya, householder, and they remain householder their whole life. So that is actually not according to the teachings of the Vedas. So we have a workshop from 9 to 12 on the 8th of February at the ashram, Vanaprastha workshop of that 3rd stage of life. Very, very important. Especially for people whose all children have become married or grown, adult, and all that kind of thing. This is for them. And for people who will be heading there soon, this is for them also. All right. On Sunday, the 9th of February, which is the next Sunday, the day after that, we have Ramayana Satsang at the ashram over there, okay? In the evening from 5 to 6:30. Then Gita chanting competition. Gita will be taught from next month, from February to June, and then there will be competition. The Indian High Commission and the Swami Vivekananda Cultural Center here in Georgetown, along with Chinmay Mission, have come together to teach Bhagavad Gita chanting and to have a competition, okay? On 3rd of May, we'll have the grand finale of this 108 nights at the Gandhi Youth Organization Cricket Ground in town, in Georgetown, Gandhi Youth. 3rd of May. Please mark the date. In the evening from 5 to 6:30. Please come on that day, grand finale. There will be a lot of guests from all over the country coming. And 3-week Bhagavad Gita summer camp from July 14th to August 1st at the ashram. So you can send your children for Bhagavad Gita camp. And finally, those people who are interested in studying this type of knowledge, Sanskrit and all the scriptures of Bharat and all of that, Chinmay Mission has a very demanding 2-year course. You have to come and stay in the ashram for 2 years. And classes run from 5:30 a.m. till 8 p.m. every day, no holidays. So very demanding, but you have to go through that type of course to become ready for this type of work, becoming brahmacharis and swamis and all that kind of thing. And the qualification is you have to be under 30, unmarried, and you have to have a university degree. Any degree will work. All right. For such people, the 2 years is scholarship by Chinmay Mission. It costs nothing. So those who have the qualification and get selected will be catered for in the ashram. All right. It's not easy to mind somebody for 2 years. All right. Please spread the knowledge, that information to others also. Please have a look at the bookstall there. There are many wonderful titles. This is a very famous book of Bhagavan Shankaracharya called Bhaja Govindam. For those who intend to develop Vairagya, you have to read this book. And Roundabout Ganesh for children, stories, and the children book of prayers and all their meanings. Actually, this book is very important for adults also. All the meanings of all the main prayers that you say, all the meanings will be given here in this book. And Bal Bhagavatam. Okay, please see these titles, and we will see tomorrow at Ram Ayodhya Mandir. Good being here in Enmore, and we'll see soon. आरती के लिए सब खड़े हो जाइए. ओम जय भगवद गीते, मैया जय भगवद गीते. हरिहि कमल विहारिणि, हरिहि कमल विहारिणि, सुंदर सुपुनीते. ओम जय भगवद गीते.
जय भगवद गीते, मैया जय भगवद गीते. हरिहि कमल विहारिणि, हरिहि कमल विहारिणि, सुंदर सुपनीते. ओम जय भगवद गीते. ॐ जय भगवद्गीते
मङ्गलं भगवान् विष्णु मङ्गलं गरुडध्वज मङ्गलं पुण्डरीकाक्षं मङ्गलाय तनोहरि
मङ्गलं भगवान् विष्णु मङ्गलं गरुडध्वज मङ्गलं पुण्डरीकाक्षं मङ्गलाय तनोहरि मङ्गलाय तनोहरि मङ्गलाय तनोहरि
त्वमेव माता च पिता त्वमेव त्वमेव बन्धुश्च सखा त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणं त्वमेव सर्वं मम देवदेव ॐ पूर्णमद पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्ति 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 हरि ॐ श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः हरि ओम। बोले वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की जय, श्री सत्य सनातन धर्म की जय। नमः पार्वती पदे हर हर महादेव। हरि ओम तत्सत। प्लीज ऑल सिट।